So we met on Grindr, and
We're having a deep discussion about relationships, so we can talk about different types of relationship. We are a de facto couple because we're
gay,
working together.
straight, hetero, everything. We are in Canada, one of the most open-minded places in the world. I feel safe here in this country, but no, we're here today to play a little game. And,
we talk a lot about play. Play not as being a player, not as playing someone, but as actually having fun. So we forget often to have fun, and especially live with people making, jokes, looking at each other's eyes, and playing physically with some games. So
exactly.
Our marketing team got us, 30 different subjects. We don't know what they are, so we're gonna figure out one by one what they are. And
so, what's the point of the game that we're playing today? What are we doing here?
So we're just trying to say, do you agree or disagree with this statement?
Right.
And then we can discuss.
So we're gonna draw a piece of paper from this glass, and we have to say whether we agree or disagree with the statement. And we're gonna have a little bit of a discussion about it, and then we'll move on. And we'd love to hear what you guys think as well, comments as well. And so should we get started? Should we?
Yeah.
You want to draw the first one?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. All right, first one. Self-help oversimplifies neuroscience. Oh, that's an interesting one. I would say I agree. At the end of the day, you want to make a certain change in your life. And, if you're able to feel happier, if you're able to feel less addicted, if you're able to feel just more adapted to your life, better in your relationship, does it really matter knowing what's going on in your brain at that moment in time? And I think that's why self-help has become really appealing. So I would tend to agree and disagree with this statement.
Yeah, very good work, marketing team. That's a tough one. I would also add that we can use the neuroscience and simplify it, but as long as it's not oversimplifying it, that it's not taken into account, right? So there's a lot of self-help out there that are, talking about manifestation. Yeah. They're talking about, you can do anything, and it doesn't really work like that, or you can change and you can do it. We're both neuroscientists, so we try to incorporate what we know about the brain and behavior. We have a basis to know that those things are happening in the brain or changing your brain. We do have neuroplasticity, but it's not infinite. And there's a way to change the brain in the way that's effective, right?
I absolutely agree. And I would add also that self-help that's not acted upon is actually harmful in a lot of ways, because it's just information. It's just pornography for the mind. It, releases dopamine in the moment, and you start to visualize like a life that you could have, the future that you do want, without actually acting on it. So people can fall into the self-help trap where they're just addicted to reading, all the latest books on how to improve their life and how to become rich. And this is $1 billion industry, and people are making so much money off of it because it does induce momentary happiness, but you have to act on the self-help advice that you actually read. So self-help without action is self-harm in a certain way.
And, that's a bit why we created this community of coaches to support. So we want to give free information out there, free resources. Eventually, we do need to monetize and grow the business, but we're really looking at giving the resources and also helping people have access to real human being. You are real, You're not AI.
I'm just a few pixels on the screen right now.
So yes, we are helping. Actually, both Mark and I are coaching. And some people have the inner motivation. Some people can read a self-help book or resources and go and use it right away. Many people can't. And if you realize that, that's not a failure. I talked to a couple recently, and they were saying our marriage is at the point that we need a counselor as a negative thing. But I was saying, no, it's actually something that, you should be proud of, that you're taking the time, you're spending the time and the money and the resources to do something that you value, which is your relationship.
Absolutely.
And, we should not have this shame anymore about using mental health resources, coaches, and information to get better.
Absolutely. Why don't you pick the next?
I'm next. Let's go. So journaling in relationship cause more harm than good.
I have to slightly agree with the statement.
I disagree. I think journaling is awesome. That. So tell me why you think journaling in relationship or in general.
I think it depends on the stage of your life that you're at and your level of well-being, because I think I immediately thought of somebody who is trying to solve all of their problems simply by journaling about a problem. And I think too much introspection can become a bit of a bad thing. A lot of people who are depressed, for example, they see overactivation of their default mode network, rumination, constant thinking about the past. And I think that introspecting and calling people on their phones during a podcast
So this is Maria from the other podcast, Maria from Rain Lab. Check her out.
So I was saying that if you're journaling too much, you can feed into a lot of that rumination and moving into spirals of analysis paralysis and overthinking and problem solving that just feeds into a lot of depressive symptoms. And that can deteriorate your relationship with yourself. I'm not saying that journaling is a bad thing. I think it can be a very good thing, but too much journaling, I think, like anything in life, it should be done in doses, right?
Well, I like your perspective. I am pro journaling in general. And, we can also help the audience. There is different types of journaling. There is biohistorical journaling. So what did I do today? And that could look a bit also like social media. What did I eat today? Where did I go, right? So that may be not as useful as introspective journaling.
Yeah.
There is also emotional reframing journaling, which is looking at something that you felt traumatic in the past and going through it and trying to find ways to...
Right, but don't you think it's better to go through that with a professional or somebody, an additional person who can basically calibrate your thoughts and help you understand whether they're accurate or not?
I think the added value of sharing that content to someone who knows a bit more about trauma or about relationship or about our cognitive biases or emotional biases is definitely useful. There is some practice of journaling, so I would recommend that people at least try to do it. Creative writing is another form of journaling, and writing has this ability to not only help you be creative, but also to kind of help you refine your thoughts. So even though you might not have all the knowledge or insight or wisdom to understand all your thoughts, it is in the process of refining your thoughts because you're thinking about it. Before you're writing, you're changing the sentences, so it has effect on its own. Is every journaling good? I agree, there is nuance, so thanks for bringing that point out. So use journaling, use it and try it, see if it's working. And also, we're going to try to put journaling in our platform eventually, right?
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So we'll have voice journaling, video, as well as text, and perhaps AI or perhaps real Mark can help you with that journaling.